Hey guys, what's up? It's Danielle. So welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I have another cash envelope stuffing for you guys. I also have the window open, so I hope you guys don't mind. And yes, Bucky is right here. You can see his little butt. So it is a never-ending struggle bus, it seems. But I'll get into that in a minute. So this is all the change that I have. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm still super surprised that I'm still in this wallet because I was pretty sure that I would get tired of it by now, but it's just served me so well with what I need at this point, and I just like the fact that I can move things around so easily. Also, this holds a lot. Like, I can put my phone in here and still have all my other stuff, and then just like attach my keys to the handle part, and it works out really well. So I'm not trying to get you guys to buy anything because it's not like I have affiliate links or anything, but if you're interested, I do have this linked below. It's from Amazon, and I think for cash envelopes, like if you primarily use cash like I do, it honestly works really well. Granted, I did make my own dividers, but you know, I'm so in love with it. Normally, like in the past, I would switch wallets like nobody's business, but this has like been the one wallet that I've managed to just stick with pretty much for an extended period of time. And I think we all know that as far as, you know, cash envelopes, it's kind of difficult to find something that not only works, but also works long term. So anyways, that's just kind of my thoughts on it. So I do still have cash in here from the last week, and that's in my pet's envelope. So I'm just going to leave that in there because I actually didn't make it to, what is it? Whatever. I didn't make it to go buy their pine pellets, and forgive me, but I have gotten like no sleep. So I thought I would talk a little bit more about that in this video. So last week I talked about how, you know, I'm like super burnt out from work and everything, and I was going to try to go back to school, and that's still kind of my plan. And all right, I had to turn off all my alarms. That's why my phone stopped filming. But I thought, like I said before, I would talk about being burnt out and all that kind of stuff because there have been some recent developments with that. So let's stuff our wallets and talk a little bit about the insanity that is corporate America. So, first of all, I'm going to do $50. Actually, these are like all 10s. So I'm going to use all 10s, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for my gas money. I did get gas just like 2 or 3 days ago, so it should last me maybe a week and a half. I don't know. But yeah, let's talk about the insanity that is corporate America. So, like I mentioned before, I am still on call, and the good thing is that this is my last week, well, second to last week being on call for the rest of the year, unless I decide to be a psychopath and pick up more weeks, which it's not looking like I'm going to be doing that because, and I'm going to use 10s for groceries this week. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And then the rest of this is just going to go back into my month ahead. Keep in mind, I do still have like $60 from last month that I have in here. How are we already almost at the end of September? Like, excuse me? But anyways, so I just, let me back up a little bit. I found out recently that I'm not allowed, I shouldn't say I'm not allowed to, but basically, yeah, at this point, I'm not allowed to work the same hours that I have been. And I know I don't disclose like what I do for a living, but the one thing I have always told you guys is that I work in management. So we are under new management, like higher up management. And basically, they're trying to get things to go in the right direction, which I wholeheartedly agree with. But here's the thing. They're trying to do it in a way that I don't necessarily agree with. And I say that because, first of all, we're all burnt out. And second of all, like, even my boss is burnt out. And that's pretty sad when you see that, in my opinion, at least. So that's the first thing. A lot of that is from working as many hours as we do. There have been weeks where I've been averaging around 70-ish. Generally, it's around 60 to 65, which some people might say, oh, it's not that bad. Why are you complaining? It's very, very taxing. And I am grateful to have a job because this time last year, I actually was in the process of finding one. So don't get me wrong, I'm very, very thankful that I do have a job, but I also bust my ass. So that's the other thing. But in addition to that, they are trying to have us come in 2 hours before everything gets started. So personally, I don't know if I believe in that, because I'm like, the point of work is to be productive while you're at work, if that makes sense. So why should I have to come in 2 hours early and try to do all my shit if I'm supposed to be doing it while I'm at work? So basically, this is the gist that I understand. I'm supposed to dedicate even more of my life to a paycheck that doesn't reflect the amount of hours that I put in. And then I'm supposed to dedicate the rest of the time that I'm at work solely towards doing what the main part of my job entails, which is the managing aspect. Now, maybe it's because I've only been in management for about 7 years. Maybe I'm naive, call it what you want. But I really do think that part of being able to manage stuff is that you also manage your time. And you're not managing your time properly if you have to, if you have to come in an extra 2 hours early. So basically what I'm trying to say is I think it's bullshit, but I'm still going to do it because it's my job. But now the push to go back to work, go back to school is like even greater than it was before. So yeah, I missed the mark because we're already like 3/4 of the way through September. So I'm hoping that I can find something for this spring semester. If not, then I will just have to suffer another year. But, I think there's a lot of people who resonate with this kind of a situation because it's kind of like you're screwed if you stay where you're at, and you're screwed if you don't like try to pursue other stuff. You know what I mean? So it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I don't really know, but like I said, the push to go back to school is stronger now more than ever. And actually, this girl who just became one of my coworkers, like, 2 months ago now? I really like her. And we've kind of become, like, work friends. Like, we're definitely looking out for each other. And, you know, she helps me out, I help her out. So it's a really great working relationship. And she's been somebody that I've kind of been able to, like, mentor a little bit, at least when it comes to showing her the ropes with, like, how to handle certain situations and, you know, how to approach, like, uploading stuff and sending emails and whatever. And she's in school right now for the same thing that I went to school for, which is business. So, you know, I think it would be really, really interesting for both of us to not only be working at the same place, in the same position, but also to both be in school, because how often do you meet somebody where you have that many things, that many major things in life in common? So, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm at, and I want to be transparent about this stuff because not everything is sunshine and roses. And I'll be completely honest, I was feeling pretty suicidal like a couple days ago. So, yeah. They say you need to prioritize sleep, you need to prioritize eating healthy and working out and all this other shit. But my question is, how do you do all of that and maintain a home and make sure that you bust your ass at your job when you live by yourself? I'm sure there's, excuse me, people who do that, but I don't know anymore. I really don't. I'm definitely at a crossroads. And to say that I've just been in survival mode for the longest time would be an understatement. And again, I just want to be transparent with you guys because this is the reality that a lot of people face. You know, you go to college, you do what you think you're supposed to, you get a job, you excel in whatever field you work in, and then you find out that after so many years of grinding and subjecting yourself to the capitalist bullshit that you can't hang anymore. And it's not that I can't hang anymore, it's that I could never hang. You know, I think back to when I was in my early 20s and I was first starting out in my career, and even back then I still was hanging on by a thread. So excuse me, I don't know. Well, I do know what the answer is, and it's to get the fuck out. Pardon my language. But again, the problem is, how do you do that when you are literally stuck and you only have a limited, like, you have limited means of what you're able to do and where you're able to go? I don't know. But anyways, I know this was kind of going all over the place, and these have kind of evolved into bitch sessions, but this is a reality. that a lot of us deal with. And I don't want to pretend like everything is hunky-dory, because it's obviously not. You know, I sit behind a camera and you guys watch me count cash every week, but the reality is that in order for me to make this cash, I literally lose sleep. I literally do not eat. I literally am stressed 24/7. And it's sad that I have to do all the things that I do for this right here, this paper. But anyways, I'm going to go and buy groceries and go to work 2 hours early because I have to go to a meeting. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all. Please take care of yourselves. And I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.